नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय कृष्णाय सच्चिदानंदाय परम गुरुम। ओम गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ध्यानमूलं गुरुमूर्ति पूजामूलं गुरुपदं मंत्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरुकृपा। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय, स्वामी जी महाराज की जय। शिवोहम। Today we are taking the 16th stanza of Srimad Bhagavad Geeta, chapter 12. In this stanza, Sadguru is telling about the characteristics of a very best seeker and maybe the Sadguru's preparation. अनपेक्षः शुचिर्दक्षः उदासीनो गतव्यथः सर्वारंभ परित्यागी यो मद्भक्त स मे प्रियः। Anapeksha, it means without desire. Suchi, it means purity in internal and external. Udasi, daksha, it means the capable, sharp, and perfect person in this path. Udasino, it means impartiality. Gata vyatha, it means all sorrows and pains cannot affect on him. And sarvarambha parityagi, it means he want to erase the past karmas but never make new karmas. Do not start any new karmas. Yo, that Madha Bhakta, my devotee, sir, that may me, Priya, it means lovely. That is my lovely devotee. Those person who has no desire, he has in pure form inner and outer side, attentive, capable, smart, without any prejudice mind, and without any fear, impartial, free from all the stresses, free from all the dilemma, free from all the sorrow and pains. And that is my lovely devotee, Satchidananda Paramatma, Lord Krishna, who is the master of uncountable galaxies and millions and billions universes laying in a part of his body. That Satchidananda Paramatma telling to the Arjuna, because every Sadguru is Satchidananda Paramatma, your Maya is the meaningless thing. Because your norms of society and your different type of the culture and your different type of the regulations and your different type of your behaviors, we are comes in the Maya, and the Sadguru is beyond these all things. Because Sadguru is the lights of the light, you cannot bound a light. You cannot impose anything on light. Light and the godly love, it is free to go anywhere. So my dear friend, in this first word of this stanza, anapeksha, the Sadguru or the best seeker, they are equal here. They have no desire. The Sadguru has no desire, and the best seeker also, they have no desire. No desire of any goods, no desire of any beautiful woman or beautiful man, no desire of any car, any refrigerator, anything, any good, no desire to move here to there, no desire for world tour, no desire for foreign tour. A West seeker has no desire to go anywhere, and a Sadguru has no desire to go anywhere. If a person has any desire, he is not West seeker, because the desires, they are comes from the mind, and mind is the great obstruction in the spiritual journey. Because if you go through the mind, then you will reach in the Maya. If you go through the heart, you will reach in existence. So path of the mind is the world, and the path of the heart is God Almighty. So when you come in this path, you hear only your heart, not hear your mind. Anapeksha, that the person has no desire. Every desire brings the next desire, and that chain of desires comes and goes. And desire never fill up by anything of this world. Desire is a endless hunger. Desire like a fire. If you put anything, fire will grow. Desire is the blindness of the illusion, because every desire comes through your own experience and own internal structure of your mind, intellect, ego and mood. The desire of different type of person and different level of person, that is the different. The desire depend on your internal structure. There is a joke, I remember. Some children are going in a bus, and there was sitting an old man also. The old man asked to the children, if God will come to you, that what will be you ask? What will you want to the God? The children give the answer, we want chocolate, we want sweet, we want money. The old man say, oh no, you should want wisdom. You should want to knowledge. The children simply answer to old man, if we have such of things we have not, we want. We have wisdom, but we have no money. So this time, the desire is the different, in the different level. But absolutely truth is that all desires will be bound you in the illusion of the Maya. Because the psychology of the desire is very bad. The psychology of the desire is very painful. The psychology of desire is the devoting your lifetime, and you will be lose your enlightenment. Because for fulfilling desire, you should do some big efforts, and after fulfilling the desire, you will be see that your new desire is came. because your internal blank cannot be filled up by the desires. Always you are hungry. Always you are feeling some unsaturated condition. This unsaturation is the brings by the ajnana, by the ignorance of enlightenment. Your desires not your needs, but your desires is the imagination, hypothetical imagination of your brain. A person who is sleeping on bed and seeing the dreams of his desires. He's seeing the very beautiful woman is married with him. And he see in this desires dream that something is happen that not must be happen. And he just wake up, oh my God, what has happened? So the desire brings this type of things. And a person who was very good player of football, and he was good player, but unfortunately he was out of the team, and the team was playing the World Cup football tournament. He was sleeping in the night because the day was summer day, and he was sleeping near the window, and the window is covered by the iron rods. And what he see by his desire in the dream, he was playing the center forward in the football. And he took the ball and dribbling, an opponent just came, and now he kicked the ball very fast to his partner. When he kicked the ball, he was just awakening with a great pain. He aware with the great pain. What is he? He see his legs was compound fracture, broken knee to toe. Because that was the very, very powerful football kick, and that kick was struck on the window's bars. My dear friend, your desire is just like, they can be bring a very, very unpleasant condition and imaginary pain in your life. Nothing you will get. Desire never give you the peace. Desire never give you the saturation. Desire never give you the awareness. The desire will make you blind. The desire will make you the blind doer, karta bhav. So, the first thing is that how you can become the desireless. You do the work, you perform the duty, but do not expect anything which can be bring the pain in your life. And how you can remove the desires, how you can come out from the desire. That is only one way, as I teach, that is the Sakshi meditation. So my dear friend, the Jnani Bhakta, the Jnani devotee is never asked to anyone to anything. Myself, I never ask to my disciples anything. But I have no desire, but nobody can respect if we get free anything. So for this we made a trust. We want to make a international meditation center for the seekers. That is not my desire. That is the welfare for seekers. You have got the air free, but you do not respect the air. Sometimes in India, some person they got electricity free. I see they are burning the lamps bulbs in the daytime. You got water free from the rivers, but you never respect the water. You putting the garbage, you putting the waste material in the river, and you are polluting the river. My dear friend, unfortunately, by your foolish desires, you are making day to day this world like hell, because you are polluting the rivers. You go in the Kanpur, the Ganga is polluted in the Kanpur by the leather factories. And you see many places, the rivers, they are polluted by the human. So the river of enlightenment, the river of peace, the river of wisdom, the river of love is polluted by your polluting mind. You are so much corrupted in your mind, you never know the real love. You never know the real affection. Even you do not know the master and disciple relations. You want pack the master's disciple relation in your family relationship, sister, mother, etc. You never know the relation of heart to heart, because you are living in the desire, and your desire is your skills, your desire is your experience. You measure everything by your norms. So unfortunately, I always use the sister word to my lady disciples. If they want to ask any secret thing, and they want to share the secret of their life with me, they cannot secret, because I am already telling the sister. I can't tell them, friend. In the very beginning, in my experience with the Facebook, some woman told me their life's experience, what happened in the childhood with them. Because that time, as I was not put this word, I say, you are my friend. That experience is very dangerous. There was a disciple in America. She was abused in 6 years of the age by his uncle. There was another disciple in California. She was facing a very big accident of life. Only Sadhguru is here to feel your heart pain and soak your tears. And when the time of a disciple open his heart to Sadhguru, only Sadhguru is the biggest psychologist. So my dear, your desires in your heart, they cannot be melted without the Sadguru's heat, the desires in your heart is infecting like a wound. Even you cannot open your desire, you are facing your unsaturated desire in your heart. And how can you liberate? Because the cleaning is very necessary. So the next thing is coming, Shuchi. Shuchi means the internal and external cleaning. You can externally clean by a very good soap, shampoo, very good bath, steam bath. You can clean even your pores of skin in a steam bath. You can go to the sun bath, you can go in the swim in the rivers and the oceans. But how can you clean your internal side of your mind, your subconscious mind? Your conscious mind and your unconscious mind. You do not know. Even you do not know in your open eyes life what is happening with you. How can you feel the millions birth ago you must feel such type of pain that is accumulated in your unconscious mind, and randomly he come out and dominant, and the dominancy of that your pain brings a break in your mind broken, and you go in that depression without any cause. So that's these all things only Sadguru knows. So the external purity can be happen by your external cleaning work. My friend, that is, I do not say the name of that friend. My friend always use the perfumes in the joint of his hands. I asked him, why are you using this perfume? He told me, Swamiji, there is very bad smell, and why I give my bad smell to others? The Yoga Shastra says, the Gorakshnath Machandanna says, the Nath Panth says, if you do the meditation, then your sweet and sebaceous gland will create a very good smelling material. There is no need of any perfume. So even you cannot clean your body by any chemical, your secretion can be make a bad smell, your mouth can be make a bad smell. I am too much in age, but my mouth never bad smell. And I see my friends, they put some spray in their mouth when they go to the parties. Why the Sadguru is not bad smelling? Because the Sadguru is always stand in the internal purity. So the internal purity, it is not only word, it has a spectrum of internal purity. What is the internal purity? Your purity of eyes, your purity of ear, your purity of skin, your purity of your touch, your purity of your hearing, your purity of your tongue. How can they come? I want to say one thing. When the Shukmuni was running for the sannyasa, and his father Vedavyasa was running behind Shukmuni and saying, please stop, and Shukmuni was running. So what happening? In the path when they are running, there was the lady angels watch, the heavenly movements they watch, bathing in the river. When Sukumuni was run, they are bathing as it is, they do not feel disturbed. But when Bhagavan Vedvyasa comes there, they all hidden their parts by the cloth. The Bhagavan Vedvyasa asked that woman, I am an old man and you are shying with me. I am just like your grandfather. You are hiding your body by the cloth, and the young boy, 16-year-old young boy, he was going, and you are not noticing you are bathing without cloth in the front of 16-year young boy. That is the question of the purity. And what was the answer of the ladies? Ladies told to the Vedvyasa, Bhagavan, he is innocent boy. He has no attention for the physical body. Even he is not aware his physical body. He has 100% attentive for the spiritual and pure soul. He is the pure soul. He never know anything worldly. And you are experienced person. So we hidden our organs in front of you and not hidden in front of him, even he is young. So that is the example of the purity of mind. You see that many profession in the life, you do not hidden anything with them. Doctor and any advisor or psychologist or well-wisher or any, and in the last, the greatest person is Sadguru. But in day-to-day life, you hidden everything of your mind even to other person. Why you hidden? I put a post on my Facebook bar. Because a person who is living in the antakarana, he is living in the mind, he cannot be pure. If he love you nowadays and after some days he will be hate you. And when he will be hate you, he will be hate you like a pendulum. The pendulum goes to rightward and go to leftward in equality. And the speed of pendulum is very high in the middle stage. So, and never believe that person who is not enlightened, never believe that person who is living in the mind, never believe in the person that is the slave of the intellect and mind and ego, because he can do anything. My master often says to disciples, please do not give me anything, but you do not snatch from me anything. Because they know, if you will not do the Sakshi meditation, then one day you will be harmful. The Sakshi meditation is like an antivirus in your life. If there is no antivirus, your computer will be corrupted by virus anyhow. So the Sakshi meditation is the great cleaner. That is the great cleaner. Internal and outer also. Internal how? If you do the Sakshi, then you can see your mind, then you can see your every thought, because you are a Sakshi of your thoughts. And the evil thought will come, you will be never involved in the evil thoughts and negative thoughts. And the thoughts push you in the activities and actions. Only the thoughts power you do the work. When the evil thoughts come, you do not go in the evil. When the novel thoughts come, you do not go in the novel also, because you are standing in the between equilibrium. You will do as you need in life, but you will do not do wrong. So this type of the purity comes by the Sakshi meditation. You can become your judge. Somebody, they are blind, but they are think they are very wise. And they want to become a judge of Sadguru. Because they are trapped, they are caught in the mind illusion. But they will not realize because they are flowing in the river of the rain. That is the flood condition of the river, and you cannot put a dam in the flood river. So my dear friend, the purity of mind, intellect and ego, the purity of your awareness, the purity by the Sakshi can bring a very miraculous ability in you. That is the endurance, that is the attentiveness, that is the consciousness, that is the capability. And these all characters, they are called Daksha. Daksha means complete ability. The complete ability comes from the Sakshi meditation. And complete purity comes by the Sakshi meditation. And what will be happen? You happen desireless. You happen pure. You happen capable, keen mind. You happen aware. You attentive. You see every thoughts coming and goes very perfectly. Then what will be happen? You will become very smart internal side. You become a very smart seeker. Then one thing happen, then you will become udasin, you will become impartial. No prejudiceness. Completely internal balancing condition. You stand between like a physical balance. Then what will be happen in the next stage? When you avail this type of things, no desires, one thing I want to told here. I often advise my sannyasis, my sannyasi must be independent sannyasi, not depend on the society, not depend on the donations, not depend on the begging. So I advise my sannyasi always, they must earn money, they do the services, they do the job, they do the shops, they do work in the factories, and they do the businesses, they do anything. Because if you have no food, no shelter, then how can you do this spiritual progress? Because your mind always involved in the food, you have no food. So the great grand master in India, like Kabira, he was weaving the cloth and selling the cloth and eating the food. The Ravidasa, he was making the shoes and selling the shoes and eating the food. They was independent. There was the Guru Nanaka. He was growing the crop. He was a farmer and taking the food by his own effort. There was the Namadeva. He was stitching the cloth, making the dresses, and he was enlightened person. There was the Kumhara. He was making the clay pots and selling them, and he was enlightened person. So a person is think about me, that if I do something for my food and I cannot be a monk, he is wrong. because we have the several hundred examples of this type in our history. In the ancient time, every spiritual person does some work. You can see the time of Krishna, the Sandipani was an enlightened person and he was the teaching the boys. You can see the time of Rama, the Vasishtha and Vishwamitra, both are enlightened person. They are running the school. Vasishtha is running the school of spirituality and the Vishwamitra is running the school of armature, the arms and emulation training. The prince coming there and learning, and both are enlightened. In the between of 2000, 3000 years, the Indian concept is change. Person thinks that a person who have no family, have no job, that is Sant. No. So we can see in our society, the persons, they are helpless, they want money for food, so they go in the unfaithful thing, untrue things, and they say such type of things the donator can be pleased. So they are not free, they are not independent. So if you want to become a desireless person, you should be independent also. Now I want to say that if you are desireless, then you become pure by the... How can you desireless? You can desireless only by the Sakshi meditation of awareness. Without awareness, you cannot become desireless. Because if you are living in the mind, intellect and ego, how can you pure? And if you are not pure, how can you desireless? And how can you keen and how can you efficient? And how can you smart and how can you understand the teaching of the master? This is the basic cause. That you are not understanding the teaching the master because you have the tension of the food, of the earning. Your all mind is flows to the physical things. If the master is earning the money and you are jealous with his earning, I am not telling for all ones, I am telling for some person. If the master is perfect to give the love to others and they love your master, so why are you jealous? Because you have no ability to move the another heart. So my dear friends, the purity can only come by the Sakshi meditation of awareness, and after the purity, and you will become the Udasina. It means the neutralize. It means the neutralize means you will be no go in the sin and no go in the good things. You will be stand between, because the sin also Maya and good things also Maya. And you will never accept any worldly things, and you know no worldly things can you give the extreme peace, extreme pleasure and extreme awareness. So you never hope from the world. Your hope is fallen. Your hope, you do not hope with the words. Tulsidas says, Avlo nasani amno naseho. Mat suta, mat pita bandhu suddara, mat makar mohut sabite. If you will be expect anything to father and mother and brother and sister and family members, your expectation is wrong, because they cannot enlighten you. They cannot free you from death and birth belly. They cannot separate you from the sorrow. And the next word is Gatavyatha. Your pain, your sorrow is coming from millions years or millions birth. You do not know about that sorrow. The language is very secret. Even you do not know the language of the computer. Even you do not know the language of the emotions. If you do not know the language of the parapsychology, you do not know why happen in your life some unpleasant things. You do not know, because you do not know the flowing of the thoughts is coming and going. They are your experience of your previous birth also, and the experience of 1 million year ago somebody has killed you, and that comes at randomly and that fulfill your consciousness, and you push in a special direction of the destruction, but you do not know what is happening. At randomly you do anything which you never want to do. Why it is happen? It is happen by your old impressions of the birth. A person who loves someone and take the oath and take the promises and say again and again, I will not leave you, I will do such for you, I will do such for you, and after some time you see that person is become your enemy unexpectedly. You cannot think in the dream also. What is happening? This is happening by the unconsciousness of the doer, because that person is not living in the sakshi, in the seer. This is happening by the impression of the previous birth comes. Somebody said that is a prarabdha. Somebody said that is a bad time. Somebody says this is the madness of mind. But you say any word, but I will say this is nothing to these. This is only you are not aware with your mind. You are not sakshi. I want to say one thing. If a person is wrong, why are you interested to show that he is wrong? He will pay his punishment himself. Who are you to giving the punishment of anyone? Because you want to give the punishment to anyone, that is your doerness. Who is authorized you to do this work? If someone is authorized you to this work, that will not be Sadguru. Because every Sadguru want to separate you from the doer. He never involved in the doing, or this type of wrongdoing. He never involved. But if you are doing this type of wrongdoing, that this is your Sadguru's image is falling. So my dear seekers, my seekers, never do anything wrong in the life, and only do the Sakshi meditation and be the aware and aware the tricks of the mind and cleverness of your intellect. Because the mind and intellect will push you in any wrong direction, then you cannot fulfill that damage all the life. So, this is the Gata Vyatha. Gata Vyatha, it means your all pain and sorrow, they reduce one by one and you become absolutely without pain and sorrow person. But nowadays, you are not doing like that. You are accumulation new sorrows, you are accumulation new pains, you are accumulation new unpleasant condition. Why you are doing this? Because you are not doing the meditation of Sakchiness, Sakshi. You are not seeing you are not aware with your thoughts, you are not aware with your mind, you are not aware with your intellect. So my dear friend, if you aware, then you will be wash your old karmas. If you aware and do the Sakshi, then you burn your old karmas, that you can become a liberated and free soul. But the next word is telling Krishna, what is telling? Sarvarambha Parityagi. If you are washing the previous karmas by the Sakshi meditation of awareness, then you do not join the new karmas. Do not begin the new karmas. How the begin new karmas? When you goes in the karta and you break the Sakshi, at that time the new karmas begin. The new foundation and the boundaries become. I am not enemy to anyone in this world. No, never and never. I love all the person, even I love my enemies also. But it is my duty to aware you all. If you go in the doer, and anytime if you go in the doer, you are creating the new karmas. And if you stand in the Sakshi meditation, then you will be destroying the old karma and you become gradually pure and pure. So Sarvarambha Parityagi, it means never be unconscious, all time you conscious in the Sakshi, in the never stand in the doer, always stand in the seer, always stand in the Sakshi, always do the Sakshi meditation, in the work, in the bath, in the eating, in the talking, and every time. Every time. Why your mind flows one way track? It is my experience. My one of disciple, he was continuous flow 2 or 3 months. Only one phenomena is happening in his family. He was talking hour to hour only about that phenomena. That is the flow of the mind, or that is the type of the unconsciousness of the mind. Never I will telling that phenomena, nor I am telling that name, but he was continuously talking about this subject, hours to hours. I push some time, be Sakshi, but no effect. So this type of unconsciousness can be bring in your life the new karmas, new foundation and new birth. Please be careful. If you do not want to go in the new birth, if you want to make this birth final and full and last, then you should cut the karmas and never grow the new karmas and never origination of new karmas. For this you have to live continuously in the Sakshi meditation as a oil comes in a stream, telvata, dhar. So your continuity must be in the Sakshi meditation, and that is a Sarvarambha Parityagi. All beginning will be stop. All beginning will be finish. You are your attention not outside of the world. Your attention will the inside of the world. So central of your purity of your soul. My dear friend, it is very, very precious discourse for enlightenment. And this is the last word in the last way. This is the last supreme teachings of spirituality. I am giving you by the medium of the Geeta. So Sarvarambha Parityagi, it means never make the new boundaries and foundation and tightness. Because the root of all things, that is the karta, that is the doer. And root of the liberation is the Sakshi meditation. So the Sankaracharya says, na sukham na dukkham guru na vishishyam chidananda rupaha shivoham shivoham. Because the God is never begin and never end. And you also never begin and never end. So never make the karmas, end the karmas, cut the karmas, destroy the karmas by the Sakshi meditation. I request all of you, please. The Jnani never got in any type of desires, any type of dilemmas. Jnani never involved with any person in the worldly things. If a Jnani can involve, he cannot talk like this. So believe on me, if I am talking some person very sweetly and very lovely, I am talking only for the construction of the God's awareness inside of him. I have only one motive and one motto, that how can I enlighten you? You are falling in the mud of the Maya, and if I want to free from the mud of the Maya, I should jump in the mud and I can come out from your mud. So, my disciples, never be think wrong. When I talk to any person in any subject, the talking of any person, any subject is not involving in his psychology. I am a pure and purest person, and I want to save that person, and for the saving, sometime I want to hear that person, and sometime I want to make equality with his mind. And this is the making of equality. You can show that I am going in that activity. I am not going, but I am catching and coming out that person in that stage of lower. So master's technique is very secret. Nobody can understand the secret of master's technique, because in Hinduism there is many masters. They push up the person or push up the things from very bad condition. The Baraha Avatara, he was the shape like a pig, and he went in the Rasatala, and very dirty place. The Hiranyaksh devil put the earth, and he pick up earth out. So the ego, the Hiranyaksha, and Sadguru is a Baraha, and you are putting in the very dirty mud of the Maya, and Sadguru putting you out. And in this action, if any disciple confused, I cannot do anything, but I say that Sadguru is the best friend, Sadguru is the best teacher, Sadguru is best well-wisher, Sadguru is best brother, Sadguru is best friend, and never unfaithful to me. I am friend of enemy also. Thank you very much. I am well-wisher of my anti-person also. I am very grateful to you. I am very grateful to all. If anything hurt to anyone, please excuse me. Give me pardon. Thank you very much. Love you very much.